job. Now, a Jumana me wono, in two folds. It is a Saturday, Drew say, na say football totally back. I am not imagining echo in those two directions. The direction of semi Mawatsna to do them on Saturday to enjoy the best analysis that you get. If you say, I mean, in terms of every baby, I could be a Rubenian with you say, you know. Then, set me making sure say me protect your investment amount. Send a buyer who enjoy analysis no. Now so say nya bibi ka kedi atu bottom nti no ene me show stick and stay with us in your room. Now ni bibi. There were very, very crucial games all across Europe. One, you in the story of the post-international break matches. I say investors say a little bit careful once we come back from the international break. Two, some of the games are looking too easy on paper. Historically, a little bit of an undertone that may show say we need to be more careful in analyzing those games. It's me I'll point you out to those games. Send a buyer, you be careful. Say who shall bet, and as I so bet here the other one. Oh far, you know, say it's the best research one ever. In the Italian Serie A, there are a lot of games, and the Inter elbow game, almost huge game. Almost the AC Milan elbow against Juventus. On this graphic, in film, almost you see Inter for badge by AC Milan and the Juventus and the elbow match, you know. Parma etnefi against Atalanta, Napoli elbow against AS Roma, and of course Lazio elbow against Bologna. Italian Serie A, all Saturday games. And then now let's do the analysis and start from team your friend AC Milan and Juventus. Paulo Fonseca, just before the two games and your international break, shows exactly Niente the Milanisti our Milan honour. I'm too happy with the output of the moment team. So I'm going to Stadio Gran Santiago di Bernabeu to Real Madrid. Now they came back to the Italian Serie A and I'm dropping points against the struggling Cagliari side. Cagliari Italian Serie A struggle. So people felt say AC corner, but it tells you the inconsistent nature of Paulo Fonseca AC Milan team, and consistently they have been struggling. On the part of Thiago Motta, the team built very, very well. For the very first time in the 14-15 season where Italian Serie A, this is the very first time a team echo over 9 games and conceded goal. It's a lot of defensive solidity our Thiago Motta team. But when you have some injuries, our centre back in recent times, and Bremer is not going to be in the back line with Shonum. You may have a friend Federico Gatti, any Pierre Kalulu, then Savona and then Cambiaso make the back four. Ababe the regular back four for team my friend Juventus in recent times. Then Di Grigo, goal post Nimu Amomo. Fiifi-Manfred, the Turam brother, the junior one of them, Keplan Turam, with Manuel Locatelli, Fiifi-Manfred. Then we'll get to Burak Yildiz, Twin Cup Mieres, Weston McTenney, and a branch of friend Francesco Conceição. That will lead the lines. I am more of a 4-2-4, but very good base. A lot of the ball Omutenya to control the possession. Although away to the San Siro, it shows you that a team in a lot of confidence. If you go to the part of AC Milan, you expect it. Say we'll go back into a back four with Emerson Royal, Malik Thiaw, Abrante Fene Gabia, then of course Chio Hernandez as the back four. In Fiifi-Manfred, two excellent DMs in Abrante Fene Yusuf Fofana and Abrante Fene Tijani Reinders, Christian Pulisic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Rafael Leao, and Abrante Fene Morata leading the lines over there. On the tactical board, the game state is clear. Nintia AC Ecobo game beat to say Cagliari or struggle. Not only consistent results, no, it's because most of the times, so almost smaller team beat say Cagliari, they struggle to control the game because Cagliari, any smaller teams in the Italian Serie A, they sit in a low block, are heading for Inter and as AC to control the game. It is almost every point in time. So AC elbow against the smaller teams in the Italian Serie A, they always struggle to get the dominance in the games that they want to get and affect you more. But in a game against Juventus, I be a little bit open. Both sides will get chances to play on and off the ball. I'm thinking, say, fear this should be a game. You can just go for your goals, maybe over 0.5 over 1.5 in that regard. Lukaku echo away to the Belgian national team. Okoye no. Yet say from the coach Domenico Tedesco Siwepra. But no current say Romelu wasn't injured, no precautionary. And they were returning Eufie at the Santiago Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Our Naples on them in playing against a new Roma side. Now, so what the new manager Obabeye Jumano for Roma, former Leicester City manager Claudio Ranieri, Obabeshem Aya Jumano. Of course, Antonio Conte has been excellent this weekend. Mimi, I'm sure by now everybody knows my love for the Italian Serie A. So I chanced in an article from Matt Law about Antonio Conte. Now everyone was saying me who all this while. So Bekaya, since it started, you know, me catch up say me a little bit shocked say Antonio Conte ever in a fallback. Because Conte we all know from Juve, Inter, Chelsea, Storia Mospe has always been with the back three. Of course, at some point at Chelsea, he tried a back four, it did not work. Now, in that interview with Matt Law, Venezia or Italy, no, he explains our status of a back four. Also for him, and yet the number of players that are the last defensive line, it's essentially about the principle of pressing or not pressing. It's all about pressure. Push it up, not congest the pitch, you know. Not put a lot of pressure on the ball. If you don't press and then you sit down, make sure you congest central areas. And one thing that's why she Conte team now. Now, there is this young boy called Alejandro Bongiorno, excellent centre back. Cast in the mode of a branch friend of Bastoni, very good on the ball, you overlapping runs, or very good ball carries. So, Ewechonum, and our partner branch friend Emil Ramani Ewechonum. Then you have Giovanni Di Lorenzo, Matias Oliveira making a back four, of course, with Alex Merritt in post. Then, if you remember Scott McTominay as a box crasher, McTominay Jumero, and then they roll in Antonio Conte 4-3-3, and they say, see, attack it. Let's see, he'll be a from the midfield to come and crash the box or to come and attack the box in the final third. They're going to your branch friend Scott McTominay. Why several times for the country Scotland and even done it several times for Manchester United before he moved to go and play for Napoli. There is the ever excellent Stanislav Lobotka as the deep line playmaker control ball. So there is a young boy Billy Gilmore from the Chelsea Academy or called Brighton and Napoli for Antonio, of course, with Frank Dombo Gray. Manguisa Fiifi-Manfred, Kavice Kvaratskhelia, Romelu Lukaku, then Matteo Politano make the front three, almost against a Roma side, very, very low in confidence. After buying attempt, Dov Biegmo, Fiifi-Manfred, Stefan El Sharari seems to be growing. There have been a lot of changes. Manu Konemo have come into the team, but they've not been good enough. Ranieri was asked about one typical question. In the last era, all the biggest problem is so meaning so Unima. Matt Hummels is at Roma right now. Mm-hmm. Now he wasn't being played. And Ranieri was asked, I didn't know Brian Cristante as a centre back when he has Matt Hummels. So it is clear saying this much. We will get the experience of Matt Hummels in the game for our bench friend Claudio Ranieri. But at best, I think that this is going to be a gamer. At best, a draw ama Roma. It's a double chance for Napoli. Ewufie playing against Tima. Your friend AS Roma, they are good enough. On the Italian Serie table, say NTA, Fiorentina, Inter, Nyami Adoma. Over the weekend, you expect Inter so elbow game. Inter elbow against Hellas Verona. Traditionally, one of the teams that Inter has struggled to play with power, Hellas Verona away. Inter struggle to play with them. It's also after the international break. Hellas Verona last game against Fiorentina, they were very good until last minute we lose by 2-1. So Inter match and say it automatically this kind of careful. Because the Inter match should be a very, very well thought through double chance away to Hellas Verona. Near the sea our Italian Serie A, they will go straight to Spain. Whatever happens this weekend in Spain, I think so would decide the Spanish La Liga for the rest of the season. Weekend.
Why?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Just listen to me. Real Madrid had a big and important game with Leganes. In the past 2-3 days, I've been trying to chronicle to you the headache of Madrid team. Of saying almost struggle to find somebody to partner Antonio Rodriguez. It looks as if Madrid for now settled on Raul Asensio from the Castilla. Then himself Fela Mendy and a branch of Federico Valverde will complete the back three. But even in Valverde, there is a conversation around Fran Garcia. There are some outlets in Spain are almost special. Okay, maybe Valverde should be there. Some other people think say Enka Fran Garcia and Embo because Valverde naturally would love to play in the middle of the park, and I would rather go for that. But if you're even going with Federico Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, Luka Modric in the middle of the park, then of course Jude Bellingham, Emerson Fifi up top Vinicius Junior, any branch of friend Kylian Mbappe, making Madrid go back to almost 4-1-2-1-2 shape. No? Meaning set Madrid ever against Leganes, an away game, a difficult game, not so easy giving Madrid 4 inches here, no? But it's a game that I am confident that Madrid will get a win.
And Madrid should win.
Yeah.
Because me check league table this year.
Yeah.
Leganes for no almost 14th position.
I'm struggling side.
With 14 points. Yeah. And yes, we all agree say Real Madrid our injury situation more. I mean a hard team no. Yeah. It's really a problem the Maromo. But then so we are Real Madrid. Now we didn't say a struggling Leganes. Kofi minimum so catch your support.
Even away from the general contest, say Madrid, say Otimishe Leganes. Rich, before the international break, Barca lose to Real Sociedad, me boy.
Yeah.
And before the international break, be a table ni bi. If you look at the table, Barca obviously on top still.
Yeah. With 33 points.
With 33 points. And Madrid was saying.
Madrid do 27.
27 points. We are talking about 6 points difference. If Barca had won that game against
Sociedad, 9.
Easy.
But don't forget, Real Madrid was standing game that.
No, and to what center make a choice?
Okay.
Madrid win next or Leganes no, and yet just because or a Madrid club or so, but Barca are giving them an opportunity to pounce. Olusi against Sociedad. Madrid will one game a San Valencia, but because of the flat in Valencia, he could not go on and play in that game. So how then did they close in? 6 points now. In against Sociedad, it would have become 9. It is a Madrid and Leganes, regardless of the injuries, they have to score. In the context of the fact that when Barca are going away to Vigo, an easy match for them. This season, Vigo in the last 7 were losing just 2 of here. And it has been from Madrid and Atletico de Madrid, the 2 Madrid teams. Barca have not found it easy, so I'm going away to Celta Vigo. It's any easy match, Barca are going to just go to Vigo and then says, okay, you're going to walk over them and they will get a win. No. And it's going to make us say, Barca be won. So about the match now, it will send an indication to Real Madrid. And the general perspective of this weekend games now will give us some sort of a mental picture and a clear picture going into the future. La Liga, because you can pick your data pad. No, say Barca for to Celta Vigo. They struggle, especially in recent times. It's an easy match, sir. Celta Vigo have been good this season. In fact, the only not so good one is that Celta Vigo for coach is here. So Timisha Barca, he's going to be only 4th of Celta Vigo for coach is here where Timisha Barca the very first time Oceano. Their best times come at home. Their best times when they play in games like this. But Hansi Flick could definitely have different thoughts than mine. As an analyst, we share the risks and reward. But in his analysis, he will look beyond the strength of FC Barcelona. The Barca team are good. They can go out to Celta Vigo and reback. Ebe provided a huge banana skin from team and friend FC Barcelona, especially with the absence of a branch here, your friend Lamine Yamal. Now, if you listen to Hansi Flick and now, Hansi Flick said, "On take risks, yeah." He will only play a branch of Lamine Yamal when he is 100%. And I like the mindset of Hansi Flick. Because Omer will be with Petri, they've seen same with Gavi, and then of course, look at the likes of Bernal, Lemo, injuries in recent times. They need to manage the young boy well. Barca 4% money contract extension when he turns 18 and run a catch up, and they are looking around 1 billion euros possibly to make sure somebody extend the young boy in the contract. It's say Onima, he expects a Barca for lineup no, is going to be 2 faults and then Mehu, Keita Balde, Inigo Martinez, Pau Kubasi, excellent centre back pair, Jules Koundé, very underrated, Inaki Peña, Pedri, Olmo, Casado, MMK back 3, no, Fiifi-Manfred, sorry. Then Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, and our branch of Femi Lopez is on over there. I've seen another one, so Osha, it's going to be Rafinha, Danny Olmo rather. So Rafinha Beba in natural position at the right wing. Then you have Danny Olmo start from the left. But on the ball, Danny Olmo will come inside as a 10. To do a lot of athletic runs without the ball and try to congest the field. Of course, the double pivot of Pedri and Casado in the Afa. Sometimes the Gavi Crab accounts on your box to box amount there, then you are there. And me, I know Sir Frankie de Jong is fit. And Hansi Flynn could be tempted to be training Frankie de Jong left right center. But I still want him to stick with branch friend Mark Casado and Fiifi-Manfred. Now pushing, of course, on the part of Celta de Vigo, no, very, very good team with Diego Aspas, very stubborn customer. So against FC Barcelona. Barca for a little bit careful with Alexis Moriba. Fiifi-Manfred strong. We'll go into a lot of duels and battles with Pedri Gavimo. You see, regardless of how this game should be very tough, no, I'll give Barca a double chance just to be careful. Because I really do think there's an upset somewhere this week.
Oh, La Liga name.
Oh, baby, in Europe.
Okay.
Italy, I'm telling you in the Spanish La Liga, and I'm looking out for it. Of course, Barca 4 are in a good place. We have to be very, very careful. And let's go to Madrid, so, but we expect but let's go to Madrid. Double chance should be able to happen, especially so many branch friend Ruben Lenormand back into your team. No, Atleti should be able to. Galvanize a very, very good way in the home. Rich, say Arsenal drop a point this weekend. They should kiss goodbye to the English Premier League.
Are they?
Only 9 points of City. Exactly. In the last 2 seasons, I can say Arsenal no. Arsenal this time, not the second and our first. You understand? Yeah. There is this school of thought. Whether it is proven by data, it is actually proven by data. Say City starting, say or start here and say that or pick up and then they are doing good. But even when they've not started well, Omi are just about 5 or 4 points away from onslaught team, Liverpool. So how then do they Arsenal focus say who dropping points against a Nottingham Forest side, and then you still be in proper contention for the league? Now the Liverpool fans are telling us say, you're a little bit careful for them because for the English Premier League, so if you pass the December curve now, that's when people take you serious. And for all of us, we are still looking at Ancelot and his team, and then waiting to pass the proper test for him. So, okay, will Ancelot be able to get past the December curve? So that okay, you're good, and all of the conversations around him are now. But you see, the reason why this game is very, very difficult for Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal team is here. If you look at this Arsenal team, almost against Nottingham Forest, Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, the same point. Now, Nuno Espirito Santo has been able to build a team a very, very formidable competitive.
Especially some
Omukwa very stubborn. And Xabi Alonso, Chris Wood, centre back in the last 2 months, has won the Premier League Player of the Month. Arsenal have been struggling. A loss away in the Champions League. On the ball draw against Chelsea. Then they go into this match hoping that they can get a win. And that is where Arsenal have been a little bit tricky. Mikel Arteta said Ricardo Calafiori back into the team. Of course, Ben White out of the team. It means that we will get a possible back four, including of Julian Timber and Ricardo Calafiori, most likely. William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes as the back four. Of course, David Raya in the post. In the middle of the park, we are expecting a bunch of friends, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and then Martin Odegaard. In the middle of the park, Oman creativity in the back.
So Gabriel
Martinelli. Exactly.
Player be available.
The only reason in here, Ben White, anyone is saying, Mikel Arteta say, na a pranishishan one another able.
Okay.
But once a California bano, Oma Manago can Sergio, send about Calafiori Bebo.
Who's also a good player.
Exactly. And so show you team component. During team and a natural position, baby and Ben White Elbon, Ben White no about her, and a Calafiori rather and LB. It's a certain for us now. And it's make us say this week can almost against a very stubborn Nottingham Forest team. But they have to win. Because someone drop a point. Nottingham Forest in your bad team. Look at the likes of Ola Aina. Very underrated. This guy. Nigerian.
From Nigeria, yeah.
Very, very good player. He should have some outlets to hold that play. Then there is a guy called Dominic, not class Dominguez now. Madame Funana Dakwa. Oko Kasi side Wadoma. He has a filling station. Now, Chelsea need to catch his feet. pen number 10. I didn't know sporting directors and ancient Morgan Gibbs White. Gibbs White is good, to be very honest. I had not paid attention to Morgan Gibbs White until recently. I had to go and watch the boy. An aggressive 10. Oh, but we need gloves. So that's why the creative output. And we know what English national team. Into the Nottingham Forest team, and then of course, Arsenal need to be very careful. The advantage for me with respect to Arsenal, they say, oh, Bofi. And when Arsenal are playing at the Emirates, it's difficult for them to lose games. But it's also another game that, if I'm being very shrewd, so my man odds now, I will give Arsenal a double chance. Yes, there will be another one now. Arsenal straight to in the Baba. But the Arsenal double chance to protect your money because they saw me a little bit careful. They can hurt them. Man City and Pep Guardiola said the marriage will continue for 2 more years. 2 years. You see? Me penisa pa. Because I'm a natural competitor. No malice. But I love competition. Quietly. Then you are competing. And I didn't want to lose the competition of Pep Guardiola, Enzo Maresca, Arne Slot, any of branch friend of Ruben Amorim after what and now Ruben Kanye. It's many for Ruben. I know say if you're at City, Pep says that he wants to stay there, all the nice things when all of the players stay back. KD Bimaba. But rich and now, Mitty and Slot. Manchester United, I was so excited. Unim.
Ruben Amorim.
Yes, Ruben Amorim. Meaning say Nipa Fabi Ebeka say, Amorim looks like he's been too low. And I didn't know you too confident, sir. Alright, baby and the United team no corner. There's the need for a character like Ruben Amorim. I've also stood here several times, Makani several times say, me first indicator and a check for a manager, it's the communication of the manager. Are you clear in your thoughts? Are you confident in your work? Ruben Amorim passes our first test now. Or see he's confident. Or see Gary never money at the end United players in your Germany. Now the data even suggests say the team are better athletes than all of the other teams. And what I'm saying, hey, senior. That's all you are.
All the no dancer.
All the senior. To watch the crow. Najigo, you was back.
But it was a Premier League no abem.
And now I'm coach was me Ruben Amorim ni na Obiba no se masa. Obe kai me nsema Eric Ten Hag kai. Eric Ten Hag to come you.
Aka bibre.
Was the errors will end. Just obe good pep club no so be ginem. And you see all corner. But I just like the fact to be very honest. I say Ruben aerobic confidence of the players. The truth of the matter is that star confidence not the mom. He has to come with work. And he is only going to be there as long as he gets results of Manchester United. If the results don't come, he is going to be out of the door. No can say teams be brave to match the league, But United already are special. Because one more league, it is United. And then he wants to be. Now Ochina Obo against Ipswich Town. Or say Sunday, Ipswich, we will be ready. From Abranche friend Ruben Amorim going to play Nyami Adoma Ochina El Honum. You expect to say the lineup, and Sambe Bray from what Milan's coach AUC Ruud van Nistelrooy. You expect to say the late Johnny Evans, Leandro Martinez will make the back three. And like he said, Rich, more very good athletic players. Obviously, Leandro Martinez, only the big bulky guy, but very athletic, very, very cumbersome to deal with. Of course, Matthias De Ligt also same. Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro. Excellent guys in terms of covering grounds. I don't know for the legs of Casemiro there, but still a guy you'd want to be a little bit worried of. Nusser Mazouari, excellent guy. Diogo Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, any other friend Amad Diallo as the inside number 10s. Then Marcus Rashford. But you need to be careful of this guy called Liam Delap. Ne papa a legend of the Premier League. Or if Man City Academy in the buy, or you're very stubborn. Of course, with a branch friend or Murray Hutchison when you're playing against them. I will not add Manchester United to anything that I'll do this weekend. For just one thing. I don't have enough data to suggest say Man United, Eric Amorim, Man United team, a bit more saying at only see. What I have is from Sporting. It's not enough to judge United. Until I wait for Ochina, then we'll talk about that. Rich. Then Arne Slot. What a manager. From Liverpool, I think say like an opponent, they had Dr. Daniel Uso and said, they didn't expect to be here, but Tomo drew on. And also I bought in a very, very tricky game this weekend.
Premier League on top. Yeah. Champions League on top.
How am I expecting?
Super.
How am I expecting? Almost just a few injury concerns. Virgil van Dijk back. But Trent Alexander-Arnold now say, he will not be past fit for this weekend game on Bebo. Now Liverpool know, like Senano Penamakan, so when team league now, they need to pass the Premier League December curve test, and they start from now, right after the international break. Or see they worry and they say, our South American players, baby, Darwin Nunez, Luis Diaz, Alexis McAllister, who had come from South America just a day or two ago, to get them fresh to play. That is where he's a little bit worried of. But I think Liverpool should have what it takes to get a job done. Then to this morning, early kickoff. No, Oko UK there is going to be very early, even at 12. But over here, it was at 12:30. Over here, a little bit earlier. There isn't too much to talk about Chelsea match on the Leicester Rebel. The thing is that Chelsea going away to Leicester City at the King Power now have had a lot of success. In fact, in the last 16, 13 of them have been very successful for Chelsea. And look at this analogy. A brand year English Premier League break in the first round. Chelsea are born Nottingham Forest. Wabo City. Wabo Liverpool. Wabo Arsenal. Wabo Brighton. Wabo Newcastle. All in the Premier League. Wabo Man United. All of these teams are making one same United are in the top half of the Premier League. Now let me go back and show you something. And then, of course, winning the last one, so Osha, Chelsea about Liverpool first. Wabo Man City second. We on no film about Arsenal fourth. Wabo Nottingham Forest on then what the same point fifth. Wabo Brighton sixth. Wabo Newcastle eighth. The conversation is that games that Chelsea boy before the international break were the most difficult of games that they could have played to start the season. And in action, only 19 points, 6 more than they did last season under Mauricio Pochettino, and they sit third comfortably. And Chelsea are starting a run of games. They should be comfortable and able to win and negotiate one and start at the King Power. Especially when the record shows that anytime a Chelsea back away at the King Power, they consistently get the wins. It starts from at 12:30. But again, the bigger blow, and they say, a branch here, friend, Rhys James, and Chelsea are waiting for the scan to finally know the extent of the injury and how long he will stay out for. He is going away to a Leicester City side, a Leicester team, any out of Fatah with Saako. In the Leicester possible lineup, we are expecting Yebenya Abrantia, even for Kunde Bonanute, he is out of the team. Steffi Mavadidi in the game, of course, Jamie Vardy possibly may come in with Jordan Ayew. Then in the middle of the park, Boubacar Smarimo will sit in, and of course, Wilfred Ndidi to try and hit Chelsea. The bigger acts for Chelsea is me who Pedro Neto in all of Chelsea pre-match pictures and videos. Did he travel? The good one is a branch friend Romeo Lavia. Enzo Maresca say or you fit or travel, and then right in the pictures. Lavia was in there, he did travel. Noni Madueke part of the team, Cole Palmer a part. Enzo Maresca explaining actually Ferdinand why he plays a branch friend Cole Palmer now in the left half space and he expects more from him. There isn't too much to say. A tricky game, it can go anywhere. I'd rather go for an over 1.5, but I think that Chelsea should be able to win our match away at Stima, your friend Leicester City, in about an hour or so away from now.
Okay. 10:30 insurance of 4.5 live.